Good afternoon, Guelph. My name is Mark Perolivas, and that rhymes with for all of us, and I'm the People's Party candidate for the Guelph riding for the October 21st federal election. I hope you vote for me. Today I've got a bit of a strange story to tell you, and it has to do with the University and CUPE, a union, and, well, here we go. On the 27th, I was made aware of an event that was supposed to be happening tonight, October 2nd, and that event was the CSA, the Central Students Association, and CUPE 1334 were hosting an all-candidates debate. So on the 27th, I sent an email saying, "Hello, I'm a candidate, can I be included in this debate?" And they sent an email back on the 27th saying, "Absolutely, sorry for the oversight. We'll be in touch with further details." Over the weekend, I was waiting for further details, and then Monday, I got this email, quote, "I'm sorry for the confusion. However, we have to rescind the invitation for the People's Party of Canada to participate in the jointly hosted debate by the CSA and CUPE 1334 on the University of Guelph campus. The CSA's mandate is to contribute to a positive atmosphere of acceptance, inclusion, belonging, and safety on campus. Our understanding of your party's platform directly contradicts this mandate. Therefore, my late invitation to you was mistaken." I responded asking how my platform, the People's Party platform, goes against the mandate for any of the things listed, and I got no response. Until last night. Last night there was a public letter published by CSA and CUPE 1334, and I'm going to read you the letter in its entirety here while providing a little bit of commentary as I talk because, well, that's kind of what I do. So here's the letter, and hopefully you'll know when I'm putting in color commentary. Here we go. The Central Students Association, CSA, represents all undergraduate students of the University of Guelph, and CUPE 1334 represents 250 workers on campus, and both unions operate under an anti-oppressive mandate and a commitment to upholding equity and protecting marginalized groups from hate and violence on campus. In order to ensure the safety of students and workers on campus, the decision to cancel the event was made by the organizers. In January, the Ontario Conservative government mandated universities to adopt free speech policies. Failure to comply in implementing these policies would result in losses in provincial government funding for post-secondary institutions. The freedom of speech policy introduced from the Premier's office is heavy-handed. Students should be able to make the informed decision of who adds to thoughtful debate and who is not invited on the grounds of safety, hate, and discrimination. I'm just going to pause there because it's important. With that statement, they're implying that the People's Party and myself are espousing hate and discrimination, and that we would put in jeopardy a place where we are invited. However, that's patently false. I've already participated in a high school debate at Bishop Macdonell, no problems, and the social justice debate at the Italian Canadian Club, again, no problems. Everybody was able to share their ideas, and everybody, I think, was appreciative of being able to hear and then go home and think about it themselves, make up their own mind, which is what our democracy is about, fundamentally, right? Back to the letter here. Student unions and labor unions have the rights and freedoms not to invite individuals to have a platform to speak on campus in instances where doing so would jeopardize or compromise our anti-oppressive mandate and the safety of our students and workers. I'm just going to pause here. No, you don't. Mr. Ford apparently forced you to invite me, and so you canceled the event, which is unfortunate for the students who pay the dues to the CSA, right? Because it's your job to make sure that you have an informed population, and cutting out one political party is reducing that information. You're not informing appropriately your student body. You are misinforming them by removing somebody entirely from the conversation. And I spoke to the Conservatives. They had no idea about this event at all. So were they invited, or was that an oversight too? Back to this article here. Unions have the rights. No, they don't. No, they don't. Based on the platform of the People's Party of Canada, this is back to the article now, sorry. The decision was made to not invite the PPC candidate because of their policies and platforms that discriminate against the people in the University of Guelph community, particularly marginalized groups, and therefore contradict the work of the CSA and CUPE 1334 to make an inclusive campus for all students and workers. Well, I don't know in what way my policies or platform planks discriminate against anyone at the university, and I've asked for clarification from the CSA and from CUPE, and I've heard nothing. Nothing at all. Back to the article. The location of this event being set to take place on university property subjects the decision of the organizers to exclude this candidate from participating in this debate to the freedom of speech policies of the university. These policies force post-secondary institutions to accept hateful language in their spaces under the guise of free speech, which is unacceptable. The organizers of this event stand by the decision not to let the PPC candidates speak on campus. So I just want to be very, very clear here. When they say not to let the PPC candidates speak on campus, they're talking about me. I'm the PPC candidate. There aren't others of me. I'm the person they're trying to silence, and they're trying to blame me and my hateful speech for them silencing me. Isn't that interesting? Back to the article. We do not want to compromise the safety of our students or workers by bringing this candidate and their supporters to campus. Therefore, this event has been canceled for the reasons outlined above. This federal election is important. Youth, including students, are the largest voting bloc in this election. There is an opportunity to vote for candidates that will support young people living in Canada and to vote to support workers' rights to free collective bargaining. The event was organized with the intent of bringing candidates to campus to hear from students and workers directly and for them to be able to learn about their platforms. Here are some upcoming events in the community where the students will be able to hear from the Guelph candidates and ask them questions about their parties and platforms. And they list the upcoming debates at Centennial and Chamber of Commerce. And then they say any questions and concerns regarding this decision can be sent to Horseen Hassan, and the email is listed, and Jensen Williams from CUPE, and the email is listed. So I think it bears discussion that me being blamed for cancellation of this event is very interesting, considering all I asked for was to be invited. And then they invited me. And then they rescinded the invitation and canceled the event when they couldn't get away with removing people from the conversation that they don't agree with. I think this is inappropriate. A university's job is not to allow children to increase the echo chamber and remove ideas they don't like. It's to expose people to ideas that they may not have heard of before and that they may like or they may not. The way to silence an idea is to beat it with a better idea. It's not to tell people, don't listen to that guy, he's got terrible ideas, but don't listen to them because you might like them, and they're terrible and you don't want to like them because if you like them, you'll be as racist as he is. You racist? You're not a racist, are you? Well, it's interesting how quickly you move from the idea to being called names. When you read the letter, it's interesting how they're trying to mischaracterize the People's Party as discriminatory or racist or anything to that effect, and that nobody mentions the fact the leader of the Liberal Party has dressed in blackface, and this has become a big story, 3 or 4 times dressed in blackface, and that is not problematic with these people for inclusion and acceptance. And my party is. For what reasons? They don't explain. And they refuse to explain. And in their refusal to explain, they defame me and libel me in this paper. So it is quite interesting. I'm wondering how and which way this is going to go. I don't know. All I wanted to do was be treated fairly, the way a candidate should be treated, a federal candidate should be treated in an election. And in an election, everybody should be heard. The ideas can be bad, and if a bad idea is spoken about, it should be easily cast aside with a much better idea that solves all the same problems. That's how you beat ideas. You don't beat ideas by silencing the person speaking them, because an idea is bigger than a person, as we've seen very, very clearly, from a party of 1 to a party of tens of thousands anyway. And so the People's Party is ready to stand for free speech. The People's Party is ready to fight for free speech. And I won't let this carry on. I'm getting legal advice. This is unacceptable in our democracy. You can't slander and defame somebody. You can't libel somebody to a newsletter and expect that it's okay. And so. Thank you for watching. This is going on. Do you agree with the CSA? Do you agree with CUPE 1334? Do you think that what they're doing is correct? If you're a student at the university, do you appreciate your ability to hear the federal candidates in your school talking about the things that you find interesting, that are applicable to you? Do you find it acceptable that your Central Students Association has canceled that event because they think my ideas are too outlandish for them to be able to deliver a consistent experience on campus, I suppose. It seems very anti-democratic to me. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I'm sure I'm going to have more updates for you. There's lots of phone calls being returned today. I'm very busy, and well, I'll be in touch. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And check out ppcguelph.ca and markperolivis.com. I do a daily show about Canadian politics, and it's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, everybody.